So now let's start with the WebDriver methods. Okay, so here I have written all the WebDriver methods and their uses. So I have categorized these WebDriver methods in two parts. One is direct methods and another is indirect methods. So today we are going to learn about both these type of methods, and let's start with the WebDriver direct methods. So first method is the get method. So what this get method do? Normally this get method, if you have seen my earlier videos, I have used this method to open an URL. But what is the main funda behind this? So this way you can open the URL, but it will wait till all the objects on the page gets loaded. So what is the syntax for this method? That is, so here I have written the syntax driver.get and the name of the URL. So it will open once this command or this syntax or this code get executed in Selenium, it will open the web page with the URL www.google.com. Okay, so that is about the get method. Now next method is the findElement method. So what this method does? So this method is particularly used for finding element on a web page so that you can perform the action on that. Okay, so what is the syntax for the findElement method? We have already seen this syntax in my earlier sessions. So see, driver is the object created for the WebDriver dot find element, and this is by is the syntax. If you see my earlier video with the locators, then you will find that by dot and this id is like a locator. There are 8 types of the locators. You can see my earlier videos for that, and this is the name value of the locator, and this is the action that we are going to perform on that particular object. So this is the syntax for the findElement method, which will be useful for finding the element on that particular web page. Next is the findElements method, where it is going to be used to finding more than one element on the web page so that we can perform the actions on that. So to find that or more than one element, what we can do, we first calculate the number of the elements on that particular web page of the same type, and then we iterate those objects and perform the action on that. So to calculate the size of the web elements on that particular web page of the same type, we suppose I gave this one example where all the anchor like a links on the web page we get uh, like a count we get is like int size is equal to driver dot find elements by tag name /a is for the anchor clause, and it will give you all the links from the web page and store in the size variable. So the next method is the getCurrentUrl. As you know, getCurrentUrl is like okay current URL of the web page that you will get. getPageSource, it is like okay used for retrieving the page source. You can store it in one string variable and then you can display it, or you can just compare it. It is normally used for the mostly these getCurrentUrl, getTitle, getPageSource. It is for the assertion. We can use getTitle is so you can get the title of the web page and then you can assert it. So normally these are the validation parts. We normally use those kind of things. Then getWindowHadle and getWindowHandles is for the window handling that we are going to see in separate section. I'll cover those part over there. But getWindowHandle is for the window handling where you will get the handle and it is unique identifier. So that is about the window handle methods. And there is one more method which is direct method, that is quit. So quit is used to close all the open web pages. That is normally, if you see my earlier videos, you will get all the information about that. So this is all about the direct methods. Now let's see some of the indirect methods that we are going to use over here. So first one is the driver.manage.window.maximize. It is for the maximize windows. You can just use as it is. Then there is a navigate back. So driver.navigate.back, you can back to the earlier page. Navigate.forward, as naming suggests, you can just go to the next screen or next web page and then the navigate to website URL. So it is like a same like a get whatever the URL you give, but it's like okay, navigates to an URL and it will not wait till all the objects on the page gets loaded. So that is the difference between get and navigate to commands. Okay, so normally it stores all the cookies and history so that you can navigate forward and back. So that is about that. So all these three are the navigation commands, and there is like a switch to alert and switch to window, we switch to frame. So all these like okay, handling pop-ups and windows and frames. So we are going to cover that in a separate section. So this is all about WebDriver, direct methods and indirect methods. Now let's go and find out what happens in a practical session. So I'm going to cover next is the practical things or session for all these methods. So let's start with the Eclipse. So I'm going to open over here Eclipse, and I have already written one program for the WebDriver method. So here you are seeing all the methods which I'm going to use. You can find the how and what is the use of this in my earlier sessions, and where you how to set the driver path and what is this driver path. All these methods and the information you will get in my earlier session. But here I have used like okay, this is the indirect method to maximize it, and here we are creating the object of the driver, and here we are using direct method get, then find element, okay, and then we are clicking on that, and here we are using find elements method where we are uh, using anchor clause to get all the anchors on the web page, and then we are just printing how many are there, and then we are using getCurrentUrl, getPageSource, getTitle. All these methods here we are using, and we are just printing those as a part of the program. We'll see how we can assert those in our next sessions. But this is all about the some of the direct and indirect methods. So here some of the navigation methods also there. As I said, back, go forward, and go to that particular web page without loading, without waiting to for the objects. Okay, so that is about all. So once the navigation method is completed, here are some alerts and pop-ups and windows, and then the quit method, which we are going to use directly. So, and all these window, all that things we are going to cover in next session. So let's run this program and see what happens. So here I'm going to run this program. It will open Google, Gmail, click, and then calculate the links, then navigate back and forward, and then go to the Facebook, back, come again. So let's run it and see what actually happens. Okay. Okay. Run as run on the Java application. So see, it's open google.com. Now it click on the Gmail. Now it went back. Now it again went forward. Now went to the facebook.com and again went back, and it's quitted. So all this is about like all the direct and indirect methods, but here you can see it has captured the source of the web pages, and here at somewhere you will see the current web page. See, number of links 28 and the title of the web page. So this is all about the direct and indirect methods of the WebDriver. So you can just go through this session and you will find more details in my next sessions. So stay tuned for the next sessions. Thank you. Have a good day.